everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to the Dice Tower. Today I want to talk about my top 10 escape room games. Now this is a pretty big deal in a sense because the escape room genre is so much a part of board gaming at this point in time. And there are probably over 100 of these games. Some of them are in series. And so when it comes to series, I'm going to put these series on the list and I'll pick my favorite of that series. So I'm not going to have this filled with exit games, for example. So I like these games a lot. We're going to jump right into them with my top 10. Number 10. This is one that's probably the farthest from being an escape room game, but I kind of consider it in the same genre. And that's Cantaloupe. And my favorite of the Cantaloupe is Book 1, Breaking into Prison. Book 2 was not as good, and Book 3 was better than Book 2, but Book 1 the best. This is sort of kind of one of those old LucasArts games where you're trying to do different things. But to me, it fits the same thing as an escape room game because you're basically trying to say this card goes here, this goes here, and choose your own adventure as you're going back and forth trying to figure out you are someone falsely accused of a crime and you need to basically exonerate yourself by committing a whole bunch of other crimes. So you're breaking into prison to get someone out to help you out of this case. This is from Lookout Games. I find it to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of humor in this game, some silliness, and this one works pretty well as a solo game. So that's Cantaloupe. Number 9 is Escape Room, the game. You're going to notice the word escape a lot. This was one of the first games out there, and I'm putting the original one here, which came with 4 different scenarios. An Aztec temple, there was some nuclear codes going off, a virus, you're stuck in a lab and you need to get out about the virus, and a prison break thing. This is from Identity Games International, and this one here had a bunch of stuff that you went through, and a map and all kinds of different things, but what you had are these keys, and you had to figure out the right sequence of keys to plug into a device, which would then tell you, hey, correct or not correct. And I like that. Yes, the keys was kind of a gimmick in a sense, putting them in, but it felt good to put the keys in to solve them. And this is, like I said, this is one of the very first, if not the first in the genre, but I think it kind of really set the stage, and I found the stories to be a lot of fun. Number 8 is Escape the Asylum from Lifestyle Games. Now, this is on my list, at least. This is, I think, the darkest storyline. Because what this does is it's a series of 10 different kind of escape rooms in a row. And the first 5 each are a story of someone in the asylum. Like the first one, you're maybe someone trying to escape out of an asylum. The next one, you're a guard in an asylum. The next one, you're a doctor. And then, so you go through 5, and then you continue those 5 stories in the second 5. And I thought there was a lot of really interesting things. This has one of the strongest storylines of any of the escape rooms. So some kudos from me. Escape from the Asylum, my number 8. Number 7 is the Coded Chronicles series from the Op. And these are kind of a little up and down, but my favorite is the Goonies, Escape with One-Eyed Willie's Rich Stuff. And this is more of a romp. This is one that can be played with families. It's going to follow the storyline of the Goonies, and each of the Goonies has a special trait that they can do, whether it's gadgets or what have you. And you're following the storyline, so if you know the Goonies movie, you're going to have a little bit of a leg up, but there's still a lot of puzzles and connecting and following pipes and things. A little more physical than other escape room games. And again, a pretty strong storyline. And there's also Scooby-Doo, and there's other ones in this series, but this was my favorite, the Goonies. Number 6 is Box 1. This is sold. It's not necessarily considered an escape room game, but it's definitely in this category, from Neil Patrick Harris. And Theory 11 is the company. This is one when I first saw the name, Neil Patrick Harris and all, I was like, it's a gimmick. It's sold at Target. But you get this game, Box 1, they say. It's for 1 player, but could easily be played with 2 or 3 if you want to. And it starts off very innocuous, and you're kind of like unpacking this box that seems like there's not a lot of stuff in it, but more and more comes out of it. And the story gets more, and I don't want to really spoil it more, but how stuff came out of this is just such an interesting idea and how it worked really well. There's a box 2 that exists. I have not played it yet, although early reviews are saying it's not as good. But box 1 was a lot of fun, so definitely check it out. Number 5 is Escape Room in a Box Werewolf Experiment. This was originally a Kickstarter that came with a whole bunch of physical stuff, like a bag with a lock on it. It's the closest to an escape room, I think, of any of these games. And then Mattel picked it up, and it still does a lot of the stuff that's physical. Because Mattel did it, wasn't as cool as the original Kickstarter one, but it's still very good. And again, I think I like this one because it wasn't just paper. A lot of these games are paper and puzzles and pencils, and there's not a lot of space to do, like put blocks together to form something. But this one kind of expanded on that, and I still remember the experience of going through this with my family was one of the best ones. This one also had a chance for people to work on multiple puzzles at the same time. Again, closer to an escape room, which is what I'm looking for. Number 4 is Unlock Kids. So Unlock the Kids series is amazing. And I'm picking here stories from the past, but there's a lot of them out there. I'm currently playing through one with my son right now. This is from Space Cow, and this was a version of their Unlock games, but it's so different from the Unlock series. The Unlock Kids games does not use an app. It is all cards, but wow, if you want to teach your kids how escape rooms work, this game is fantastic. It's very thematic, but they're putting together different symbols. You'll find a hidden number. Like in one game, you're following a path through a cave, and suddenly the kids realize, looking at this cave pattern, it forms a number. Stuff like that is amazing. And I love this one for families. It is just absolutely great. So I've enjoyed all of these. Each box, I think, has 6 different, stories that you're going to go through in it. Usually 2 of them are intersecting with each other, which is a lot of fun. So it's Unlock Kids. Number 3. So the Exit series is easily the biggest of all the different, escape rooms. There's a ton of Exit games. And I like the Exit games fine, but I'm specifically calling out here the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. They have one of these come out every year, and you can do it during December all the way up to Christmas because they're all very Christmas themed. And the one I'm picking here is stories from, The Hunt for the Golden Book. That was my favorite, I think, of all of them. But I like these each year. You open up your little thing. It gives you a puzzle. You follow the puzzle, and you need to use that puzzle to figure out which door to open next. And that's it. You're just going through, opening up doors and going from one to the other. It's really good. It's bite-sized chunk. You're getting 25 puzzles, so that's very, very highly ranked. I mean, I just love it. So of all the Exit ones, this is my favorite, the Advent Calendars. Number 2, I mentioned the kids, but the Unlock series is just amazing. It's actually one that I have grown to enjoy more and more. I've ranked all the Unlock scenarios, except maybe the last 1 or 2. So you can find a video for that on our channel. And so I'm putting Timeless Adventures because 2 of my favorite are in this set here. I love the back and forth in time. Unlock uses an app and uses cards. It's a replayable one because you can, when you're done with Unlock, you can give it to somebody else. It doesn't destroy things. Most of the games I'm talking about today are not too replayable. But this one works really well. This particular one has the No Side Show, Arson, Lupin, and the Great White Diamond, and Lost in the Chrono Warp. But each one seems to use the app in a very different way. And that's just kind of fascinating to me. They keep kind of pushing the limits of what you can do with an app. And I know some people don't want apps in their board games, but for me, this just really enhances the whole experience. Each of these unlocks, they now come in a box of 3. Each of them lasts somewhere between an hour to 2 hours, and I always have a really good time playing them. I love the theming of them. They're really entertaining. And then number 1 for me from Post Curious, who's probably best known for the Emerald Flame, which I've not played, but I love Morrison Game Factory. This Morrison Game Factory is another escape room style game. And this one is about board games, so maybe I'm a little biased in that regard. This one has my favorite story of any escape room game. And it is also a very touching story, I thought. But it also has really good puzzles and is one of those things where there's just a pile of pieces in the box. So there's a lot of these games that exist. I've gotten some of them before where you order them online and it comes and there's just a humongous bag of stuff and figure it all out. That's how this one is. But once you open the door for this one, and there's a nice hint system, and almost all these have hint systems. This one unfolds in a very straightforward way, and I found it to be just a lot of fun. So that's my favorite escape room style game, Morrison Game Factory. Well, there you go, folks. My top 10 escape room games. I love escape rooms. I love these escape room board games. I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.